let's start out, Andy, by asking you, other than being geographically located in the heart of this, what really made you say, like, hey, I'm gonna dig into this here in Britain? What really made you say that?
Well, for me, I've been in love with cryptid creatures since I was a teenager, which is quite a long time ago now. And, the usual things, Nessie, Patty, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, all those things, Achillean Bimby. And I just started searching around in my own country to see if there was a bit more than just, the lake monster stories going on. I had an American friend actually quite a few years back, and he's kind of taunting me and saying, look, what have you guys got? You've got Nessie, and that's it. That's the whole bag. And I knew there was a bit more than that, but I didn't know there was so much more. And I started searching around, and I thought, maybe I'll turn this into a little TV series or a blog or something. And a friend who worked in TV advised I should make it into a book. And I just started writing it foolishly, thinking I'll just write a book then. And that's how I do most things. Just sort of jump in and get involved and hope that I can come out the other side with the product that I've been boasting about creating all the way through. Mm-hmm. And it did come out, and I've learned a few things since then. But Britain, if you come from a place like the United States, it seems like a small country, but it's only small comparatively. It's
Sure.
not. It's big if you're on foot, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, exactly. So
it is like the 6th largest island in the world, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And there's so many different geographical regions of the country, and so many traditional races with their own history and culture as well. Have these legends, these myths and legends of the different types of, some would say, mythical, folkloric, paranormal creatures that resemble, a lot of the time, animals. And I grew up in Wales, come from an Irish-English family, but I grew up in Wales. So that's one side of the Celtic point of view. Racially speaking, I've got the other side of the Celtic point of view, the Irish. And I live in England now, and there's so much difference within this island, and so much history as well that it tells you something about the people, but also something about how different cultures describe animals for which they have no zoological point of reference. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very interesting. A lot of folklore is like that sometimes, especially in its drawings. When you see the Welsh dragon, for instance, on our flag in Wales, it has those bat-like wings, which we know pterosaurs didn't have, and this big jaw with something that looks like a pointy nose, which could be a big 4 legs. Okay, that's a bit anatomically incorrect, but it has a diamond-shaped tail, a sail tail. As we know that many pterosaurs had this diamond-shaped tail, and where did they get that from? It seems like a very odd, and it appears on lots of dragon drawings throughout the country, wyverns and the like. Where did it come from? That's what interests me. This deep history that we have on the island, but also, more importantly, these modern reports of creatures that resemble the same ones as we described seeing in the past, or our ancestors described. So, yeah, around the house's answer, but it all fascinates me.